I'm Jyotilal. Welcome back to my chess vlog. In today's video, I'm going to explain to you the method of playing against the classical center. In the first video, as you remember, I explained how to play with the classical center. So let me go straight into the game here. d4, knight f6, c4, g6, and c3, d5, c takes d5, knight takes d5, e4, knight into c3, pawn takes c3. So it is the Grenfell exchange variation. And white played here ne2. Well, this is a typical exchange Grenfell with white enjoying the classical or ideal center. So let us now take stock of the situation and can have a look at the black's move here. Black played knight c6. Well, white has built up the ideal center out of the opening and is poised to strengthen it before formulating a definite plan. But why did black play the knight instead of the pawn to c5? Why is he not attacking the center with c5? Well, the answer is simple. Black has not given up the plan to attack the white center, but merely has postponed it for a more opportune moment. Usually c5 is called for, a direct attacking move aimed at destroying the center, to be followed by piece pressure. So after nc6, white castled and black played b6. But a bit curious to see b6 here. Well, black is following a clear plan here, and white played a rook b1. White moves his rook away from the g7 bishop square, but the move looks unnecessary at the moment. Bishop b7, and now white played bishop a3. Well, a move that is difficult to digest. Usually, in the opening phase, every piece is developed to capture or strengthen the center, and rarely goes to the side of the board. It would have been quite natural to play this bishop to e3, so that the center could have been strengthened. As we all know, every pawn center requires sufficient piece support to make it strong and mobile. So this move, bishop a3, looks a bit ugly. Knight a5. So the first assault is taking place on the white center. Bishop d3, the bishop returns to strengthen the pawn center. Queen d7, and white played f4. Well, this move looks quite strong at the outset, but this is bad as this creates a hole in the white's position. White probably believes that he is building up an imposing pawn center, but unfortunately forgets that it is not well defended. Also, please note that the white's king is slightly exposed along this diagonal. Black wastes no time and immediately strikes at the white center. Well, here white could have played rook f2, minimizing the damage, but he played d into c5. So here we understand that the classical center has been destroyed to a certain extent, and black plays very creatively here, playing rook f8. Threat is obviously, you can see the bishop is attacked. Bishop c2, queen c7, and the queen is attacked. Queen e1. And knight comes to c4. So all the black pieces except the rook on a8 are fully active here, and white grabbed the pawn, c into b6, a into b6, once again giving black another hope. This time his a rook is also activated. Now this position is clearly superior for black. Bishop went back to c1. Of course, black would have taken on a2 here, but he went for another knight a3. Is very much confident. This move shows the level of confidence in the black side here. So after bishop a3, rook a3, e5. Well, this is an attempt by white to block the active bishop, the g7 bishop. At the same time, he opens the diagonal of the other bishop towards the white's king. So if I rook into a2, black picks up the pawn here, bishop b3, and you can see black doubling up the rooks in a very peculiar manner. Now here white played rook f2 and now e6. Here white needs to defend precisely and he played rook d1. A shade better would have been knight coming to d4, blocking the rook's connectivity. After rook d1, a rook takes d1, bishop takes d1, g5. So here playing g3 is out of question because it opens a long diagonal and invites the queen to c6, and that is going to be the end of white's hopes here. So he didn't play g3, instead he took on g5, and this brings the black's queen into the center stage. Queen e5 and h4, and now you can see not even a single pawn is left in the white's position, which was earlier thought of developing or building up a strong classical center. Almost all pawns have been removed. It has been completely liquidated. And after queen e5, h4, queen e3, queen f1, now it is the final stages of the game. Rook d2, king h1, and the next move is very simple. And black took on d1 and white gave up the position. So we have seen a very clear example as to how one could strike at the opponent's center, pawn center, especially classical center. When you play against a classical center, you have to adopt the policy of attack and annihilation strategy. Start attack with the pawns, followed by the pieces, and undermine the center. So here we have seen an example as to how one could play successfully against the classical center. That's all for the day. We'll see you next video. Till then, bye.